Yo, what is up guys? This is Harseru, and I'm back with another meta commentary video. I know in the last video I said that the setup I was using was probably the best for invasions. This setup that I'm using right here in this video is probably the best for duels. It's the most optimal meta setup for dueling. It has everything. It has good defenses, 110 poise, which means you can trade with everyone and anything. Just look at that. He can't stun lock me or stagger me. And it has frost, it has reach because I'm using 2 pikes. Ideally you want to do 2 pikes with this setup, but I'm using Naginata and the pike because that's all I had. This build just has everything, and on top of that I'm not using the Radagon Source Seal, so I'm not suffering any defense loss pretty much. All you want to do for this build is run this exact same armor set. I'm gonna put it in the end of the video. I'll show you exactly what build I'm using and what stats I'm running. Just look at that. It's crazy. You apply so much pressure with this. All you need is 2 weapons, 2 pikes infused with cold, and then you put whatever Ash of War you want on them. On my left weapon, on my left-hand weapon, I have Hoarfrost Stomp to apply pressure. On my right-hand weapon, I have Bloodhound Step because it's just broken. As you can see, not even glitches can beat me. This guy is doing the shield glitch. I'm not sure how exactly it works, but it does so much damage with that shield. Even that can't beat this setup. It's crazy. Also, as you might know, Frost in general is an extremely powerful element. Once you proc it, you lower the opponent's defense, you lower their stamina recovery, and you can just apply infinite pressure. As this game evolves, that pressure part I was just talking about will be more prevalent, because in the first steps Grace, these clips that I'm showing you right here, they can just run away infinitely. But I actually did some duels with really solid players in a place that I'll show later when I'm dueling my friend. You can apply a lot of pressure there. So the other place that I'm going to show gives you a better look at how duels are going to look like, and possibly tournaments. As you saw from these clips, these are just like random players that I'm fighting in the first Grace step. I just dropped my sign and they all summoned me. I can trade with pretty much anything they're doing. They have to run the same setup from what I know, plus the poise. I have 111 poise on this setup. They have to run that same poise just to have a chance to trade with me. Look at this guy. He just can't do anything. He can't win. And the roll catch potential with these pikes is insane because it's such a long weapon, and the L1 comes out instantly. Here I'm fighting Ninja Seal V2, a good friend of mine. I think here he's using the exact same setup. I'll showcase some clips with other setups, but from the first clip you'll see that he has to run that setup to even have a chance. I fought a lot of players with this setup, and they had to run double pike cold just to have a chance to fight me. It's an insanely oppressive setup. Look at that. I can just play aggressively. If I notice that he starts swinging, I can just trade because I know I'll poise. Look at that. I know I'll poise through it. He's also frostbit, so I can apply infinite pressure on him. He'll regain stamina much slower. There I went for a backstab. I don't know, that was my Dark Souls 3 brain taking over. You shouldn't go for backstabs like that. He just can't win. He broke my poise there because it accumulated. I think he had hit me 2 or 3 times beforehand. That's why he broke it there. Otherwise, I would have just been able to trade just fine. Let's see the next clip. I'm not sure where it was. Here, this is something that I'm actually kind of happy about. We used to think that Barricade Shield as stock turtle was the best setup in this game, but this setup just shits on it. Just look at that. He cannot do anything. He's already frostbit. Only from 1 Ash of War plus 1 L1, he's already frostbit. He can't aggress me. I can just spam Hoarfrost or Frost Stomp, and right there I just caught him mid-jump. It's insane how good this setup is. Plus the initial damage from Hoarfrost Stomp. It does like 100 or 150 or something, and once they're frostbit, it does 250 or 200 and something. Just the initial hit, not the blast. Here he's using the same setup again. I told him to use it a few times just to see if he can actually do anything. And this is a solid player. Keep that in mind. Ninja Seal is a solid duelist. So not even one of the top players can play comfortably against my setup, they have to run a mirror match. Once they do run a mirror match, it seems like it's whoever makes a mistake loses. I have a clip of Seal beating me with the same setup because I just played really bad. As you see, Barricade doesn't even help him. It doesn't save him. I can just stand back, spam Hoarfrost, and I beat him. Which is good. We used to think that Barricade Shield was like the best setup in the game, but it's good that we found a counter. What sucks is that this counter is now the best thing in the entire game. I think this is the clip where he beats me. As you can see, he's just zoning me with Hoarfrost Stomp, not really letting me engage. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but him rolling the attack there, he took ghost damage or ghost hit, which means the meter still built up. That's another thing about this setup. If you take ghost hits, the frostbite meter still builds up, which is insane. That makes this build even better. You can just stay on the offensive. You can just keep aggressing them with no real downside. Here, Seal is just using other setups. He's really good with double cats, but as you can see, he just can't do anything. He can't aggress me. Like, even that will never break my poise at running R1. And the roll catching on these weapons is insane. He can't really do anything. That right there, I did not expect. So that was more of a mistake on my part. And really solid play on his part. He just needs to do the unexpected, and I need to make a mistake for me to lose, pretty much. It's the only way you can lose with this setup. This last fight is really cool. He played it as best as he could, playing super aggressively, waiting for me to hit first before he swings, outspacing me, and he still lost. It doesn't matter. That's crazy. He can just keep spamming rolls, and I can keep roll catching him. He's still using the double cast, which is a nice setup, honestly, but maybe not the most meta setup. Just one mistake on his part costed him 85% of his health, even more, maybe 90%. You just can't do much against this setup. I'm excited to see what people come up with to fight this setup, but as it stands, it's one of the best in the entire game, possibly the best, and just like that, super easy. That was the video for you guys. Before I say anything else, I just gotta give credit where credit's due. Check251, I will link his channel in the description. Brilliant player, extremely smart. He's the one who came up with this setup, and he has a video on it. You can check it out. He's the one who came up with it. I gotta give him credit. Thank you, Check, for all the work that he's been doing for the community. He's made a mule for the community, a full mule with all the weapons, nearly a lot of items, a lot of armor. And now he's doing a lot of tech stuff. So thank you so much to Check. As for the build itself, I'm just going to show you exactly what I'm running, just for anyone who wants to copy it. Ideally, as I said in the video, you want to do double pike because it has the most range. I like doing Bloodhound Step on my right hand pike and Hoarfrost Stomp on my left hand pike. Hoarfrost Stomp to apply pressure or some mix-ups here and there. Bloodhound Step because it negates any sort of mistake you do. I'm running veterans, banished, bull goat, plus these rings. I have to run the poise ring to have 111 poise. Notice I don't have Radagon Source Seal, so I'm not taking any extra damage. With the ritual shield, I have 54, 55, 53 in all physical absorption. That's wild. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.